is brought to you by our stable of sponsors.
Ross, times are changing. We're standing out on the synthetic track, and I know you've been a massive advocate for it.
Yes, I have been for a long, long time, and it's as good as I thought it was going to be too.
Tell me, why is that? Why do you think that it's going to have such a bright future here, particularly for the horse welfare?
Well, it's such an even service all the time. In the winter time here in Canterbury, it can get quite wet, and when a dozen horses gallop on a wee bit of grass, well, it's just full of holes and you're slipping and sliding everywhere. But here, you can come out here and gallop any day you like, and the surface is the same.
What about some of your horses? How much have they enjoyed it, and how much is it prolonging their racing career?
Well, especially beneficial. She's hung all of her life, and since she's been on the Polly, that's all she works on. She's never ever lugged or done anything since, and her form's been good. Chili Filly's the same. She's not that correct in front, and this track's quite forgiving for her, and we've got her up and going.
Has it reinvigorated you in some ways? And having this track available over the winter, is that something that's driven you a little bit, I suppose?
Oh yeah. It's just a great thing to have. It's just another tool in your toolbox,
Well, Tim, history beckons. We're getting very close to the first of our synthetic track race meetings.
Yeah, really looking forward to that, Greg. The Polly track was laid at Grand National time. I think we had the first horses train on it. We've had a number of trials since, and really looking forward to this first race day on Thursday, the 5th of May.
How's it been received by the participants? And we've had a catch up with Ross Beckett and a couple of other trainers, and they're all very positive. Is that the overall overwhelming feeling?
I'd say as a general consensus, yes. I mean, there's always people who, perhaps are a bit reluctant to accept something new. That understandably over the summer, people have used the plough and the grass tracks, and we don't see that as a negative. We've now got 4 tools in our toolbox here at Riccarton. We've got the Polly track, we've got the grass, brand new grass, nice big grass, as big as Hastings Racecourse. We've got a plough track, we've got a sand track, and at different times of the year, under different weather conditions, under different seasons, trainers will select whichever tool they want best. And I believe that since we've had it basically in the spring and the summer, we've just come into the autumn, by the time we get through the autumn and the winter, people will really be singing its praises. Probably the most challenging task for ground staff is walking around with a rake heeling back a grass training track. With the Polly track, one man has a grooming piece of apparatus called a Gallop Master. Very nice flash tractor with a radio and a heated seat and everything else. But that takes probably a couple and a half hours, 2.5, 3 hours. One man goes out and grooms it, and it's ready for work again. We've had a major piece of maintenance on Easter Sunday, and if anyone tells you Reed Sanders and Matt Chase don't work from Polytrack, they do. They were here from daylight to dusk, doing a major rotary till of it, what they call a flip. So it gets a very deep power harrow and basically turns the whole thing over. That was part of the normal routine. It was supposed to happen 6 months after the track was laid. COVID meant they couldn't get it till 8 months. So that's really reinvigorated the track in perfect timing, really. And we'll groom it to their specifications for trials, get the feedback from everybody, and then we'll get it groomed for race day, which is a slightly different grooming process. But we'll take the advice of them. They're the experts, and they'll give us dictate the way we prepare it.
Big week this week, brand new winning post, and of course to be completed very shortly is the winning post here on the synthetic track. So they're pretty important milestones, aren't they?
Oh, look, they are. It's been a really exciting project, and Renee Nielsen, the engineer, has overseen the whole thing, and he did Cambridge, and he's also doing Alpuni. He's a terrific young man who's got a big future in the engineering business. It's been an exciting project. We've had an awful lot of terrific participants. The Fulton Hogan boys that built it here, they were terrific to work with. And just the little bits that people noticed, the winning post. That is what we focus on. After all, that is the whole point of racing, is to get to that winning post first. You can see it here. It's a massive piece of apparatus. It's hydraulics. It folds down flat onto the turf track. So you look over the top of it when we run on the Polly, and it stands up. So we've got a dominant, impressive winning feature when we're running our big races and our important races on the turf. This isn't a silver bullet. It's one small cog in the wheel, spoke in the wheel. And, it's great. It's just going to really, really help. The capacity now for us to take more trainers here is increased by the ability of being able to work on a track like this. So, hopefully it opens the door to some really exciting future developments.